Hi, this is Mike with Thrive, and welcome to December's SEO Performance Report. Just as we have done in prior months, we look at several key performance indicators or KPIs, and we do that to track our overall performance and keep an eye on the overall health of the website. So diving right in, our first key metric is our top 5 keywords. These are keywords and queries that are rendering positions 1 through 5, and that's on the first page of the Google search results. Taking a look, actually it's been really consistent for the last since August. If you look back, we did have some fluctuations, but essentially staying above 20 and not surpassing over 25. We definitely have plans to expand on this and expand on this reach, but concluding December with 22 top 5 keywords and queries. Again, that's pretty consistent looking back, especially from October, November, and December. Let's take a little deeper dive into the keywords. We can evaluate some of the volume associated with them and take a look at some of the some of the ones that had some movement. I loaded our keyword report here. As you can see, the actual keyword to the left, followed by the corresponding search engine result type, the position, the amount of change, the competition rated based on the amount of ads that occupy the space, search volume in monthly forecasts, and then our cost per click. So we use our cost per click to kind of gauge the value of the keyword, see what some of the competition's willing to spend on it, and how much they're not willing to spend on it. So then looking at the keywords, we break them into two fundamental segments, one being your branded, so anything with Earthlok, soil stabilization, Earthlok, and or location. Those are your branded themes. It's important to rank well for your branded keywords at all times. These are word of mouth, referrals, returning visitors, and or people that are doing additional research on your brand. So in any one of those situations, you want to make sure you rank well. And that has been the case. Our branded position has remained in position 1 for quite some time. As you can see there, we're pretty diversified from the knowledge panel to the site link extensions, the video, and in traditional search. So that has not moved. Then our second component of our keywords is our non-branded. So these will not contain Earthlok whatsoever. They'll be more product and service oriented, and or with a location. So some notable mention, Groundlock Foundation moving up 23 positions within the last 30. So we're going to be watching this one to see how that converts or how they interact with the content of the site. Chemical injection, soil stabilization up 4, and then soil injections up 2. Soil injections obviously has a lot of search volume there, so that's great, moving up to the really higher portion of the page. And then chemical injection has a little lower volume, but again, moving up to that second spot. So stability on our branded keywords and some really positive movement with a few non-branded keywords. So really good to see that. Our next metric is total traffic. Total traffic is measured in sessions, and a session is a measure of a visitor that goes to more than one web page within the website. Looking here, we ended December at 1,064. Now, keep in mind that typically December is a lower month in terms of the industry, so we're happy to maintain over 1,000 sessions for the month. However, we wanted to start growing in the other direction. So we feel we can as we start climbing out of the COVID environment and we slowly but surely go back to normal. We'll start to see a boost in the available search volume across industries. And since we're positioned well with some of our long tail keywords and our branded theme keywords, we should receive the traffic from that. So we're looking forward to that going through January and the new year. Let's take a little deeper dive into the session traffic. We can look historically year over year and take a look at all of the contributing sources. I loaded our SEO progress report here in this screen. As you can see, the comparative date range of 12/1/2020 versus 2019. We like to do that whenever possible, whenever we have the data. That gives us a better view of what's going on currently, and it encompasses all of the seasonality that's contained in the month of December. So diving in, our all traffic was actually down about 7% from last December, 1153 versus 1064. Organic, as you see, the presence is night and day. We're actually up 64.97% looking back in 2019, from 511 to 843. So yeah, the organic side's on fire. Producing the majority of the shares, sessions, as you see, 843. And our new users up 136%. So really outstanding to see that. A little bit more dismal on the other side of things in terms of direct, referral, and social. I'm going to look into the direct and referral, see if there's something on the directory network submission side that we can do that can clean that up and give us some more available traffic, so we can regain those numbers. Looking at our goal completions, I noticed that our tracking element has broken in terms of the goal completions. I'm not sure how that occurred, but that's just a recent development. So what I'll do is go in and fix that for this month so that we can have, and that was just tracking our contact form submissions. So I'll also be checking the contact form to make sure that there's nothing that's having some issues there, not just the conversion pixel tracking. So I'll check both ends of that, make sure that our forms are appropriately working and attributing, and they're reporting back to Google Analytics. Looking at our top landing pages here, interesting. The blog "How to Build on Clay Soil" outpaced the homepage. So typically we do see this, by the way. It's really with some of our syndication efforts, and it depends on the search volume. Sometimes it depends on the current news of the area. If there's sinkholes or if there's some flooding and there's some subsidence of land, that would drive some search volume there. But again, it outpaced the homepage, so that's really cool to see. So, and a really extensive rate of change there, as you see, 25-50%. So up 2,550% is incredible. The importance of soil stabilization, again, that one was up. So we have some nice growth here in terms of the landing pages. So really excited to see that. I know that this typically leads to more engaged. This is really finite traffic, if you will, because they have to query like how to stabilize clay soil, as an example. So it's really relevant traffic, I would assume. So the propensity to convert or drive a phone call, I would say, is very high, especially with the first top 5 landing pages here. So looking awesome there. And that's going to really help us shape up for a good year, given that we have a really, really good increase in terms of the organic side of things. So we're going to continue to build on that. And while fixing our goal completions and making sure our contact forms are working appropriately. And lastly is our qualified leads. We did see that the linkage was not correct and broken on the other report. However, when I went back into the contact form and checked, I did see 10 submissions for the month of December. So that's where we're getting this number. So we'll continue to track that while fixing it on the Watergraph side, so that we have integration, and then we have continuity between the two reports. Again, that concludes our report for this month. I really thank you for your attendance. Thrive really appreciates you as a client, and we hope you have a very pleasant Friday and next week.